Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me for another video. Hopefully you will enjoy this one as well as hopefully the others. So if you hadn't already gathered by the title, I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine, winter edition sort of thing. So yeah, which is obviously the look that I've already done on my face here. So if you want to watch and see how I got this look, then please carry on watching. I really hope you like this video. I really hope you like my channel. And yeah, let's just get straight onto it. Okay, so the first thing I normally use before I apply my makeup is the Nivea Micellar Water, which I've already done. So in the first thing that I will use is my foundation. So I use the Rimmel London Match Perfection foundation in 100 in Ivory. And I just take about a pump and a half on my hand, depending on how good my skin is. So obviously, as you can see, my skin's really bad at the minute. So I normally take about 1.5 to 2 pumps just to properly cover it all up, and then I literally just take my finger to apply it, just because I find it's easier than, I don't know, I just prefer using it just for my hand, just as it's myself. And then I literally just start to massage it in. We do it in circles, as you can see. I don't know why I do, I just got into the habit of doing it like that, I guess. So and also blend it down on my neck as well, so I don't have a massive orange line there. And that'll be a bit embarrassing. So yeah, that's actually one tip that's really good that I learned. Obviously, it's kind of a, I don't want to make this sound like I'm going to be rude when I say this, because I don't mean to, but it's kind of a common sense one once you realise about it. So obviously you always want to blend your makeup down your neck as well, because otherwise if you don't, you just end up with a massive line. So the next thing I then use, I normally have about 2 different concealers that I use, but I don't actually have either, so I'm having to blend 2 at the minute. One of the first ones I normally use is again the Match Perfection Rimmel London one in the same shade. And then I also normally use the Makeup Revolution in shade, I think it's C3 or C4, can't remember which one. I sort of normally just flip between the 2 depending on how bad I need to cover things up. And that one's the Fast Base Concealer, but I don't have either at the minute. So I'm just using the PS Primark My Perfect Colour Concealer in Porcelain, mixed with the Revolution Conceal and Define, because this is a little bit too dark for me and this is a little bit too light for me. So when I mix the 2 together, it sort of makes the perfect colour, if you like. So just pop that around my eyes. And I want quite a lot as well with this, because obviously it's not the most pigmented, so I just want to put as much as I possibly can. I literally just put a tiny little dab of this because it is really orange even still, so obviously I don't want to overpower it. Just putting enough on so I know it will blend through. not the brilliant, not the best, but you know, it works. So for powder, I've recently been using, again, normally I use the Rimmel London Match Perfect translucent loose powder. However, recently, and the little things come off, which is annoying, I've been using the Revolution Pro Skin Finish in Luminescence. I think that's how you say it anyway. And it's just this really pretty, it's like a very, very subtle shimmery sort of nudie pinky colour, if that made any sense. So the brush that I've been using is the No. 7 powder brush, Christmas collection a couple of years back, and I just take some of this on the brush and then just in quick round circles on the side of my face that is literally spotless. I literally just normally dab it because I just find it sort of sets it easier. Like so. Look at that, it's horrible. Ah, hate it. Actually, if there are any recommendations that you guys have on how to sort of treat it, I've tried Sudocrem, I've tried like an aspirin mask, I've tried toothpaste, I've tried changing my makeup, I've tried changing my skincare, and it just doesn't help. So if you guys have any other recommendations on things that you know will work super quickly and super well, please let me know, because it's irritating the absolute life out of me. I don't know why I said before. Okay, and again obviously I just take it up to my hairline as well and onto my ears, which is an odd one that people don't think of, but again obviously your ears, a lot of people forget that they're still the same sort of shade as your skin on the face, so you do want to blend it in all the areas that you possibly can. Okay, so then under my eyes I just take a smaller brush with the same powder and I'm literally just going to do the exact same but pushing it in. And just gently brush it just to get any excess powder away. Now let me try it, because it's really annoying, this is broke and I'm really gutted about it. But, you know, what can you do? I think these powders are meant to be kind of like the dupes for the MAC ones, because obviously the black rounding and the clear top, and yeah. So I think that's what it's meant to be a dupe for, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. So then what I like to do now in the winter, my makeup, okay, let me start that one again. Throughout the year, depending on, you know, the weather and the times and the seasons and all that sort of thing, I do change my makeup routine sometimes quite regularly, but sometimes I leave it for quite a while. So instead of using bronzer now, I just use a really nice blushing highlighter instead, because it gives that really nice little rosiness but as well as a little glow. So this is the I Heart makeup, which is now I Heart Revolution Blushing Hearts, which is the triple baked blusher in the iced hearts. These are meant to be a dupe for, I can't remember the brand, but these are meant to be a dupe for obviously their blushes and bronzers and all that sort of thing. So I'm just going to take this little $2.99 brush from Superdrug that I got. It's absolutely filthy, it's gross, or the handle is anyway, and I'm just going to take this and I'm just literally going to take all the shades. I'm going to change it as well so the brush gets all of them. And I'm just going to focus mostly on like this part here, and then obviously my cheek afterwards, just to get that little blushed kind of thing. And I like this because it's really subtle, but as you can see it still applies a little bit of colour, which I think is really nice, especially in this kind of time, because obviously as much as everyone wants to be tanned throughout the year 24/7, that doesn't always happen unless you are very naturally lucky and have very tanned coloured skin. So I prefer to have like a rosier look in the winter rather than obviously a tan. So And then I literally just take this all over my face just to help with that glow as well. Just to help me look a little bit more awake than what I normally do. Okay, so, oh, my throat's irritating the life out of me as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do are my brows. And again, I'm going to take the Revolution brow pencil, which is half a brow spoolie thingy. And then the other side is the angled crayon brush pencil. It's not a brush. The crayon stick pencil thingy-mabob. And so what I do is, to begin with, I just brush my brows into place, just tidying it up a little bit, and then I go ahead and put the brow product on. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to skip through this bit and I will do a separate video if you guys want me to on how I do my brows properly. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just do them and I shall see you. So now I've done that, I'm then going to quickly take, before I apply my mascara, I'm just going to take my, without dropping it, my really big kabuki brush, and I'm just going to swizz this around the whole of my face just to help soften it and blend it out a little bit more, help to hopefully remove any of the excess powder again, and again just to smooth it out. And you know, sorry guys, my camera cut out. But as I was saying, so now I've done my eyebrows, the last thing I'm going to do is my mascara. So the first thing I am going to do is just curl my eyelashes first, just to hopefully add that little bit of curl to it, I suppose. So I just do it for about 10 to 15 seconds for each eye, because I don't like doing it for too long. But I do it just long enough. When I was younger, it's really weird, I was always scared of using these because I was always told they'd cut your eyelashes off. So the first time I used them, I was like really scared, like, because obviously when you're a kid and you hear stuff, you want to find out about it, don't you? And you want to actually see if it happens, which is really stupid, because if it did, then that would have probably really upset me. But I did it, and they don't cut your eyelashes off. So, you know. So anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to use the Revolution Amazing Curl mascara. They have just recently launched a new mascara, and I think this is one of their older ones, so I don't know if they do actually still do this anymore. I did only get this on Superdrug about 3 or 4 months ago, so they might still do it, I don't know. But again, it was online and I've never seen mascaras in store, so if you do want to try this one, then it'll be online on the Revolution website. So that's the first eye, so you can see such a difference already. Another tip for mascara, always make sure you get right into the inner corners, because obviously if you don't, you'll just have mascara like starting from there and there, and it will look really odd on your outer lashes. So that's smudging it, Hannah, that would be a brilliant idea. So that is it, all I really do for my, no it's not, I forgot my lips. So the next thing, or the last thing I use, is the Revolution lip kit lipstick, I'll say. I don't really like using the liners just because I don't really like, you know, I'm not overly bothered by them, but I use the shade Rain, which is this really nice pinky nudie shade. And I just tend just to take a little bit, because it's quite a pinky shade, as you can see, but it's like, when it settles, it's really nice. Like so, and then it dries down as well, which I really love about these. So now that is, ooh, wow, what's going on there? Okay, so now that is the end. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. As I said, obviously my makeup routine changes throughout the year. Yeah, and in the winter I tend to more go for pinky, more neutral, more like blushy little colours, just because obviously when you go out in the cold you're not gonna, you know, you're not automatically going to look really tanned or anything like that, or bronzed, as much as obviously everyone would probably like to. I know I would like to, but obviously again, more in the winter you tend to have like more blushy cheeks, more red cheeks and that sort of thing, so that's why I prefer doing that sort of look for the winter. But regardless of that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another crazy one of my videos, and I shall see you in the next one.